My dear students, welcome back to my YouTube English channel, English with Malik Sir. In the previous classes, we have discussed very clearly about the use of indefinite article a or an. As we know that articles are determiners, indefinite articles used to determine any head noun in a noun phrase in an indefinite manner. We have also discussed how article a is used before any adjective or any singular countable noun beginning with a consonant sound. Yes, similarly, article an is used before any singular countable noun or any adjective qualifying that noun beginning with the vowel sound. This is the most important factor. In the last class, we have also discussed about the multiple uses, I mean several uses of a or an. That's why we can easily express them in our sentence construction at the time of writing and speaking. Okay. In today's segment, we are going to focus on the very interesting idea that how a or an can be removed. Yes, it means omission of a or an or zero article, which is also very interesting factors. Sometimes we feel that use of article is very easy, but it is most complicated, and sometimes it creates confusion in the mind of even advanced learners or the professionals. Okay, so my point of view is here. I want to draw your attention towards how and in which places we should not use article a or an. Yes, let's see. Here we find, can article a or an be omitted? Yes, it is omitted in certain cases. Then what are the grounds of omission? Let's see. The first point is here, a or an is not used before common noun. Yes, this is the first idea. A or an is not used before common noun, used in a general sense. Yes, it is very natural. Whenever we use article a or an, we indicate any noun in an indefinite manner. But here we find that whenever any noun is used to, common noun is used to in a general sense. Common noun means what we say class noun. Whenever we indicate any class of people, person, place, yes, that is what we call common noun, and in that case we don't use article. You see. Yes, let's see in the example. Man is mortal. You see, man is a common noun because we all are man first, and man is a social animal. Man is mortal. It is because we live in the mortal world. Whatever our rank and file it may be, we have to leave this world once. It is very natural, and it is also universal. So yes, therefore man is mortal. Here we cannot use a man. Okay. Here we find another, home. Home is the sweetest place on the earth. In the means, there is no other place in the earth where we can get peace and bliss like home. Therefore, here we cannot say a home. Here, home is universal, general. Everybody has a home. Okay. Next come. Now, number 2, a or an can't be used before proper nouns such as names of people, countries, languages, holidays, days, sports, subjects, yes, etc. These are proper nouns. Whenever we make anything proper or definite at that very moment, that is what we call proper noun. And here we find that Tokyo, example, Tokyo is the capital city of Japan. Yes, we know. And here Tokyo is the city, and hence we cannot say or write a Tokyo, and is the capital city of Japan. As we know that Japan is a leading country of Asia, okay, and here we find a Japan. Wrong. Yes, again we celebrate Christmas. We know Christmas is a festival of the Christians, and on December, it means December, the name of a month, and that's why we cannot use a December, a Christmas. Okay, now come to the next example. Pratik studies French. Pratik is the name of a boy, studies French, name of a language, and that's why we cannot write a Pratik studies a French. Wrong. Pratik studies French. Okay. Now come Surabhi enjoys. Surabhi, name of a girl, and here we find playing tennis, name of a game. So here we find we cannot use a Surabhi, a tennis. Okay, so my dear students, this is very clear that we shouldn't use a or an before common noun used in general sense, proper noun also. Yes, now see here we find the other idea. What we find that air on a nation building, therefore they are the very important resources, human resources for us. Therefore this is true that students are the backbone of a nation. We cannot say a students, okay, is not used before plural countable nouns. This is another concept, plural countable nouns. Here we find that article a or an is used only before singular countable nouns, neither before plural countable nouns nor before uncountable nouns, and therefore here this is very clear. And here we find computers, okay, play very important role in modern life. Actually, in the day of globalization, industrialization, urbanization, okay, computers play very dynamic, and it is therefore a very important asset for modern man. Okay, and therefore the sentence is correct. We cannot say a computers play very important role in modern life. Yes, because computers plural. Okay, and hence before plural countable noun article a or an cannot be used. Now see here, students are the backbone of a nation. It is universally true because the students of today are going to shoulder the responsibility of. Now see the another idea in this connection, that is a or an is not used before uncountable nouns and abstract concept. You see here uncountable nouns and abstract concepts. What do you mean uncountable nouns? The nouns which cannot be counted, that is what we call, or countable, that is what we call uncountable noun. Yes, we cannot use article a or an before any uncountable nouns. What do you mean uncountable nouns? As we know earlier that the material nouns and the abstract nouns are uncountable nouns because it cannot be counted by us. Okay, and we cannot count that is gold, rice, sand, sugar, here water, honey, milk, hydrogen, oxygen. Yes, love, we cannot count. Love, honesty, childhood, darkness, knowledge, yes, wisdom, etc. These are uncountable nouns. We shouldn't use article a or an before them. Okay, see here how health is wealth. And again abstract concept means the concept which cannot be felt or understood through our sense organs. Okay, and therefore here five sense organ, that is what we call abstract concept. Yes, love we cannot, we just understand, but we cannot see or touch it, or listen or feel it, and yes, or taste it. Therefore here we find that love, hope, desire, okay, these are abstract concepts. Okay, then how? See here, next, health is wealth. It is very true, because जान है तो जहान है. Health is wealth. Here we find health is that is what we call the abstract concept. We cannot just see it. Okay, you see, wealth is also abstract concept, and that's why we cannot say a health is a wealth. Okay, now come. Wheat grows well in a moderate climate. Moderate climate means the climate where the temperature is neither too cold or too or hot. Yes, this is what we call the idea in between the moderate climate, and wheat usually grows very comfortably in that atmosphere or climate. Yes, and here we find wheat is a material noun and also uncountable noun. We cannot write a wheat. Okay, again, the next idea what we find here, that is air on is not used to before the names of usual meals. Okay, but when any adjective is used before the name of a meal, article a or an can be used. This is controversial, it means confusing. You see here, then what are the usual meals? Okay, here we find that the meals what we usually take in a day, that meals are usual meals. For example, after daybreak we take breakfast, in the midday we take lunch, in the late evening we take a supper. These are the usual meals. We also take a dinner, which is the main meal of the day. That may be lunch, that may be supper. Yes, before all the name of all these meals we shouldn't use a or an. Therefore this is very interesting. But whenever we use any adjective before these usual meals, then there is the question of using a or an depending upon the vowel or consonant sound that comes beginning from after that noun or adjective. Okay, how? See here we find I have breakfast. It means I take breakfast. I have breakfast means I take breakfast. We shouldn't write I have a breakfast with my parents, because this is usual meal, breakfast. Okay, it may be breakfast, it may be dinner or supper, whatever the matter may be. We shouldn't write a breakfast, a supper, a dinner, a lunch. Yes, now come here. We had a nice breakfast. You see here, a nice breakfast. Why? Because breakfast is qualified by nice adjective. Here, nice adjective, and nice qualifies breakfast. Therefore a nice, because consonant sound comes from the beginning of the word nice, and that's why a nice breakfast. Okay, so here we find the matter. It was an excellent dinner. You see, dinner is the meal, usual meal, and before that excellent, an adjective here, and excellent begins with e vowel, excellent, and therefore an excellent. Here we find an excellent dinner. So here we find this is the difference between the usual meal and the meal qualified by or modified by adjectives. Okay, in that case we have to decide whether we have to use article a or an or not. Okay, yes, now come the other idea in this connection. In certain prepositional phrases, article a an is omitted. This is another interesting factor to note, that certain preposition Yes, prepositional phrases, article a or an is omitted. Okay, then how? See here, the patient is now in hospital. You see, in hospital is a prepositional phrase. No doubt, it ends with a noun, but in is there. Therefore, as in is at the beginning of this phrase, it is called prepositional phrase. We shouldn't write in a hospital because in is there. Yes, and here the patient is now in hospital is right, in a hospital is wrong. And then my friend is now at school or at home. Yes, wherever it may be, but at is there. At school means he is now in the premises of the school somewhere. Yes, and therefore here we cannot write at a school, at school. Okay, now he goes to office by car. By car is a mode of transport. Here we find the matter that by car, by a car wrong, by car is right. Therefore, in these prepositional phrases, we shouldn't use a or an. In this case, a or an is omitted. And yes, so at the end of this segment, I conclude the fact that, my dear students, these are very interesting ideas that should be carefully followed, because they, if we follow them, then we can easily, comfortably speak and write without any problem. Yes, and hence go through this video again and again, try to understand it. If you are in doubt anywhere, then you can just give your comment in the, or ask me questions in the feedback section, so that it will be suitable on my part to just guide you properly. Okay, thank you for being with me. You just do one thing. I will just, if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe this channel and just give your comment, like and share it, so that this mission can be fulfilled. A number of my purpose is to just help a number of students in understanding the basic concepts in connection with not only grammar but also spoken and also vocabulary and side by side written English. Okay, thank you once again, and wish you a happy and a nice day, and see you in the next segment. Till then, bye.